Welcome to the For Listeners program. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for checking us out this week. What up, everybody? I'm Spear, and on the mics with me this week is the Z-Man. What is up, Z?
Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness.
Word.
To your mother.
All right. No Ganthor. Ganthor's off doing whatever Ganthor does whenever he's not doing this. So this week, something must be done about Westworld. Westworld is the new HBO show on Sunday nights, taking over the Game of Thrones spot during the fall TV season. Critically acclaimed show about what's the best way to describe this? A theme park.
I've been saying it's Jurassic Park meets The Matrix, but in the Wild West.
That's probably a good description. The idea behind Westworld is that it's a Western-based theme park that's populated by artificial intelligence, by androids, and you go into this Westworld to live out a Western fantasy.
You can do whatever the fuck you want, literally.
Yes, literally. You could. You could fuck whoever you want, right? Yeah. There are whorebots.
Yeah, whorebots. Yeah.
Whorebots, right? You could go. They have prostitutes. There is the law in this town. They have farmers and all kinds of other stuff, and it really just depends on how you want to experience it.
Cowboys and Indians. You can go out. There's there's the Man in Black. You can be like you can have a shootout. You can have high noon shootout. You can go ride horses.
Yep.
You can go like cattle run.
Yep. Out into the gulch.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's a pretty interesting and very colorful place. And yeah, like you said, it's the kind of idea is that everybody goes there to either fuck whoever they want or kill whoever they want.
Yeah,
and so it's like a literal game of fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah, it's like a choose your own adventure in real life, right? Depending on how you or who you interact with, different things happen to you based on the way the characters are responding. The show seems to be something of a morality play. It happens to be in two parts. The first part of it is, well, what would you do when you go to this kind of Westworld, this fantasy land where you could act out whatever fantasies you want?
Yeah, it's like, let's play Grand Theft Auto for real,
right? With
no consequences.
With no consequences.
And so, do you fuck the whore? Do you then shoot her in the head after you're done and get your money back, or whatever else you do in that game? Those kinds of crazy situations.
Yeah, so like I don't know what I would do. Like, what do you think your reaction would be if you went to some virtual world like this where you could do whatever you wanted?
I think it sounds like I would probably have the same reaction that everybody in the show's having. It's like the first day you're kind of like, this is just really cool. Like technically it's just really cool and everything's beautiful, and let's go out and go on this like horse ride through the forest and see what it's supposed to be like. But like the second day, you're fucking taking horses and doing crazy shit, and you're gonna run people over and just like start just like knocking shit down, and it's gonna be like fucking, like I said, it's gonna be like a video game. It's gonna be a Legos game where you're just destroying everything. You want to see if you can see the insides of how does this shit work? Like, is it really wood, or is it like a holodeck kind of thing?
Yeah, it would be kind of like, do you ever see Groundhog Day with Bill Murray? In Groundhog Day, Bill Murray finally gets like to the point where he's just like, I'm just gonna run around tearing shit up. I can eat whatever I want. I can do whatever I want because, like, I just wake up every day and it's reset.
Yep. That's exactly I think that's exactly what it becomes. It's Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
It's supposed to reset the next day, but like the people are doing different things. So the course of the decision tree of what all the bots are doing changes immediately as soon as the first person interacts. Right? You got the butterfly effect.
I mean, video games are like this too, right? Like, you'll start playing a video game and you're trying to play it the right way. Like one of these open world video games, like a Grand Theft Auto or something along those lines, where you'll try to do like the regular missions and you'll try to play the game the way you're supposed to see the story unfold.
Yeah.
And then after a while, what do? You get
fucking
into
Uzis blazing and
you get into a car and start fucking shit up because it's more fun to do it. Right? I mean, that happens just about every time. Like, you're playing a game and it's all like stealthy and you're supposed to be hiding behind corners and shit. Like Assassin's Creed was like this, where you have to hide behind corners and you have to stealth take somebody out so you don't like disturb the crowd or whatever else. I'm like, fuck that. I'm an assassin, goddamn, and I got weapons out the wazoo. Fuck this. I'm going in.
Yeah, same thing with Batman, Arkham Asylum, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, even if
Okay.
you're playing with a good guy character, you end up being a fucking kill crazy idiot, right?
Exactly. And that's exactly what's got to happen here. And so in the second episode, one of the characters, and again, not a really spoiler, one of the guests is just like, starts basically just going through and just shooting everybody. And he's like, this is the greatest vacation ever.
Because that's what this is.
I think that's what you got to do. I think that's the progression, right?
But that's what this is. It's a real life video game. I mean, there are no other parallels that you could draw. I mean, Westworld becomes kind of a real life video game. And just like I would play a video game where I would finally get fed up of all of the stuff I'm supposed to do, I would just go around fucking shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be awesome. And I think I'm excited to see what they're doing. I kind of like the fact that they're doing this is what the customers see, and this is what is really happening behind the scenes. And they kind of let you see like a little bit of like the debugging of these people and like how they get created and how they maintain them and store them and do all this other weird shit that they have to do to them. Have you ever heard this podcast? It's Plumbing the Death Star.
I've heard of it, and I haven't listened to it yet.
So the premise of the Plumbing the Death Star is there's a plumber on the Death Star. It's someone's job to make sure that there's no toilet clogged and like making sure that the shit goes out the right tube so that it can be expelled out into outer space or collected or whatever it does.
Right.
So someone actually has to deal with plumbing on the Death Star. And so it's like, you see the Death Star, you see it can blow up planets, and you got all you see is, the people using it and doing all the cool shit. But someone's got to be cleaning that shit up and making sure that, that all the functions work and all the pipes are working order. So I'm more interested in that aspect of this park of okay, so you just fucked this whore. Now what? Did someone clean that thing up? Like, do they disinfect it? Is there a lot of Lysol?
Yeah. I mean, is there some sort of receptacle that gets emptied every night?
Right. Is there just like a garbage bag you tie up and you change it between services? Like how does all that work? And then the same thing with the other things. People are getting shot. There's holes in people. There's people are losing arms or all that. And then the clothing. I mean, there's bullet holes in their clothing. So someone's got to go fix all these holes in all their clothing each night too. And then they got to reset the entire world every single day. They got to put everything back. They got to fix everything that was broken. They got to reset and scrub all the blood off or whatever else is on that spilled out of everything, and get it back to square one again every single day.
Well, you gotta believe that there's a whole like costume department, right? Where they're not washing costumes every night. They just have rows of costumes that they'll just put a new costume back on the Whorebot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is, but still, that's a lot of behind the scenes, because they said there was like 2,000 of these hosts, right? I think that's what the number was. There's like 2,000 of these people that are interacting in this world that they got to reset and do whatever they got to do each night. And that's the story that I want to see.
Well, most theme parks have like underground worlds. Like Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida has this whole underground, like under the theme park are just this huge set of tunnels. I actually went under Walt Disney World when I was a kid. And it's an amazing, absolutely amazing how they have all of their tunnels set up, and they're actually painted. The walls of the main hallway, which is huge, by the way, they're painted the color of the land that you're in, so that you know where you are.
Right,
it's basically one big circle.
You pop up, you can pop up, and you're like inside of like one of those houses that are kind of like the backgrounds.
Right, or you pop up in a ride, like you can pop up underneath a ride, and that's how like all the rides are maintained and stuff like that. And everybody in Walt Disney World is referred to as a cast member. Everybody. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you're wearing a Mickey Mouse costume, or you're behind the counter at an ice cream shop, or you're behind the desk at a concierge in a hotel, or you're operating a monorail. Everybody in Walt Disney World is a cast member. And they have all of the costumes and all of that stuff all underground. And it's absolutely amazing. Walt Disney World even has its own power plant.
Right.
It's completely self-sufficient. So it's absolutely astonishing what goes into keeping a theme park like Walt Disney World up. And I got to imagine they have something similar to that in Westworld. And you even got a glimpse of it, too, in the first episode. Again, not too far into spoiler territory, but there's definitely layers underground.
Well, that's one of the things is you actually don't even know where in the world or in space this thing is, right? You don't know. Is the entire place underground, and they can control the weather and they can control all that because it's always sunny. You don't have to worry about things getting into your environment. So is it like Truman Show where it's like in a biodome?
Yep.
You don't know. They don't really explain that yet.
Yeah, so I mean, more and more of those layers will be probably uncovered as the show goes on.
So the weird thing about the show is it's a Wild Wild West show, right?
Right.
And that's the part that I'm still not sure is why did they pick Wild Wild West? Why did they pick horses and Indians and cowboys as opposed to something else?
Well, I guess, I mean, if I'm speculating, it was Michael Crichton wrote and directed this movie in the 70s. And I'll wager that it was because he had this, like, because every kid growing up had the whole cowboys and Indians thing that they wanted to play out of fantasy.
Okay, so it was just the era that this was written.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's kind of a cowboys and Indians fantasy type of deal. But it begs the question. Well, it begs the question: what other kinds of fantasy deals would you want to see turned into a theme park like this?
What other kind of world would I want to do? So, like an underwater world? That would be boring.
I'm thinking like, would you go back to like medieval times? Would you do like knights and knaves and wenches, or would you just go to a Ren fair and just get your fill of that and say fuck it?
Right, or you just watch Game of Thrones, so
or
they
just
can't
watch,
really do that.
Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, you can do some kind of jungle thing, but jungles are already creepy enough as it is with all the animals that can kill you.
Yeah, and then there's bugs and shit, and
yeah.
Fuck it, I don't know, no jungles.
Modern times would be really boring as shit. Just hang out in people's offices and work in a cube farm.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be something historical, no? Like,
so you can go like Christopher Columbus style, and like go circumnavigate the world on a big boat with a sail.
Fucking go pirate, dude.
Pirate would work.
I'd go pirate. Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, like now I'm thinking of like games that I've played that I would like
to live in.
Yeah, because I played Assassin's Creed Black Flag and it was all about pirating and fucking around, going around pillaging and plundering and blowing shit up. Oh, fuck yeah. give me a world like that.
But pirates is like, I mean, you're on a boat, right? You're on a boat for so long, so it'd be interesting once you got to an island. But what about the the in between parts?
Yeah, well, that was the best part about Assassin's Creed is you could like fast forward.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, you didn't have to wait.
Yeah, I don't want to have to. I don't have to be at sea for fucking weeks, getting scurvy. Arr. Fuck it.
Right. So the other options you can go outer space, which is Star Wars. We've already done that, and Star Trek.
Oh, dude, I would fucking do Star Wars. Are you kidding me? A Star Wars, like this is what I'm looking forward to with virtual reality, right? Because they're gonna have this whole like assault on the Death Star in virtual reality for like the PlayStation VR. Like that might be the reason I get the PlayStation VR is just so I could do that.
Yeah.
Like, get into the cockpit of an X-wing and fuck some shit up. Are you kidding?
That would be kind of cool. Where there's no penalty, like you could blow up all these other guys, but they couldn't really kill you.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, the Imperials got bad aim in the movies, so they'll have bad aim in the video game too. Shit. Yeah, I would do a Star Wars theme park. I'd live there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care how much money it would cost me. I would live there.
What about like a Roger Rabbit world?
Oh my god, that would be fucking awesome.
So you got like mob stuff, and you got cartoon rabbits walking around.
Oh my god, and you could play patty cake with like Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be fucking fantastic.
That'd be cool. I think that's a good one.
Oh my god, I would be all in for that. Would you go like Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Just fantasy world.
Yeah, with like magic and shit. Oh, fuck
ogres
yeah.
and unicorns. And...
Oh my god, yeah. Could you imagine all right?
So there was other places they could have gone. I was trying to figure out other things that would have worked well. I couldn't think of anything.
Well, I can see like a fantasy world with like Dungeons and Dragons shit, like Lord of the Rings, like magic and fucking wizards, and I mean, think about it. Like when you played Gauntlet, you had the choice. You could be the elf, you could be the wizard, you could be the warrior, or you could be the Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. I always go Valkyrie.
You go Valkyrie, right? I mean, and then you wander around. The wizard needs food badly.
Yeah.
The Valkyrie is about to die.
Don't shoot the food.
Don't shoot the food. Like I would do a Gauntlet, and then like the four of us running around taking out all kinds of fucking whatever.
But you can't get killed. Right.
I mean, you die and you just respawn someplace else.
So what they haven't really talked about in this show is that the robots can't kill the humans, but the humans can kill the robots. They haven't really talked about what other humans can do to you, like human on human action.
I'm sure humans can kill other humans.
Right, but how do you? And that's the other thing that I don't understand yet is you don't really. How do you know who's a human, who's not? So you go around shooting people. I assume that the guns aren't real, and that there's some kind of whatever fake prop thing. but like the knives are pretty fucking real, right?
Yeah.
So they haven't really talked about that yet. And I was curious, is it maybe just they have all the like the guests, their storylines don't overlap, but there's definitely, you're in there with multiple people, at least the multiple people that you know. So I can see like you would be able to, like, if you want to kill your wife, kill your wife.
In a virtual world.
And no, it's not. It's a virtual world, but it's a real knife, and it's a real, it's your real wife.
Yeah, but does she reset, or
No,
do I kill her for real?
Yeah, I don't think that works. And then what's the legal status of that? Is the park responsible? Is the guy responsible? Is there a police force in there? Hopefully, all of these things are probably going to get answered at some point.
It would be really funny if, like, you could kill your spouse and then she just respawns someplace else. And then
that wouldn't be funny. That's a nightmare, dude.
And then when you come out, she's sitting there waiting for you to tap at her foot. Why did you kill me? I've been wanting to kill you for years.
Now you got to fucking live with that the rest of life.
It was worth every penny.
You didn't pick my mother up at the airport, and oh yeah, that time you tried to kill me in the virtual world.
Oh my god, that would be the best. Oh,
yeah, that does not sound awesome.
Oh, it does sound awesome. It would be worth every penny. I would pay good money for that. I would pay a lot of money for the ability to do that.
Just kill each other?
Yeah.
Over and over and over again?
Yeah.
See, I think that would be the cooler thing, is like, even if it's not like us killing Ganthor, but like a clone of Ganthor, like they made like a host that looked just like him.
Yeah, an avatar of Ganthor, yeah.
Yeah. And like we just go around just like decapitating them and shooting them in the face, and like,
that's what happens when you play video games, right? It happens all the time, right? You play somebody in a video game. You're it doesn't matter whether or not you're friend or foe. You're going in there trying to lop his head off.
Yeah, and then so you don't really die because it really wasn't you. But then they can like transport those memories back into your brain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's even better.
Like download like the results of that back into Ganthor's real brain.
Yeah, like Avatar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ganthor wakes up and he goes, "Come on, you guys! I thought we were friends. I thought we were friends.
I thought we were friends, man. Why you gotta hate?
Why are you gonna be like that?"
Yeah. That'd be hilarious.
I guarantee you that the first thing that Ganthor does, if he figures out how to get into one of these virtual worlds, is he comes up with a virtual like avatar of my mom,
and just fucks it over and over again.
While I'm watching,
while
he ties me up.
Yeah,
he ties me up and makes me watch.
Yeah, that's the sadistic kind of guy he is.
Guaranteed, Ganthor does that. That motherfucker.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Well, I mean, so while we're talking about that actually brings up, so coming back into the real world of this fake world, so they, at some point they're going to finally leave Westworld, right? But now they got this taste for like wanting to kill and fuck anything they can. So like, like people always say like video games make you violent, but a lot of other people say no, it's a release for you to kind of release that urges or those desires. I don't know. It's just it's kind of like that, but it's like people are going to go crazy after this, and it's going to get to be this point where like you're going to go through withdrawal, where like I need to get back in. I need to get back in.
I need to get the killings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got this urge.
That's the weird part for me. Like, if you go that dark, like if you unlock that part of you that has that darkness in it.
Yeah, how do you put that back in the closet?
Yeah, how do you turn that shit off again?
Yeah.
Or does that shit just turn you into a fucking serial killer?
And they haven't really shown yet like what's the real world look like yet, so we don't even know like where are they coming from or where are they going to once they leave this world.
Yeah, like has the world evolved to the point where it's this like utopian society where nobody hurts each other and there's no police anymore and everything's peaceful and good and people go to Westworld to get their rocks off, so to speak.
Yeah, we don't know anything yet.
Yeah, but you're right. How do you bottle that back up again?
So what they haven't shown yet is they haven't really shown any females. I want to see more female characters coming into this world, because is
going on a kill crazy rampage.
Yeah, well, I mean, or the first thing they come into the brothel, and it's all women. So is there male brothel? Is that something that women are interested in doing? Is they want to actually come in there? Like, what are women looking to explore in this world? Because so far it's all guys just wanting to fucking kill.
Well, because that's all guys want to do.
Well, it's primal. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do women want?
Well, that's right. What do women want out of Westworld? Oh shit.
And exactly how much does it cost? That was the other question I had. Is like, what is the cost of it compared to like a median salary?
I think they said it. somewhere along the line, and I think it's a super rich thing.
Right.
Right.
So in our world, is that like $1 million?
I don't know if they said it quite like that, but I think it's I think it's a Warren Buffett thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, they have to have enough people to be able to do it. If it's a Warren Buffett thing, then only that's a very very small population.
yeah,
It's gotta be.
yeah,
It's gotta be.
you're right.
I would probably. I go into it thinking it's like $1 million a week.
I don't know. If I could live in a Star Wars world, I would pay any amount of money. I don't care.
Fucking lightsaber Ganthor in the
Oh
back.
my
of the head.
god, are you kidding me?
Cinch his ginger hair off.
Oh my god, if they could figure out how to like give me like a Jedi mind trick thing, or like, force powers or some shit like that. Oh my god.
Why, yes, Spear, you are my best friend, and you are always delightful and pleasant.
That's right. I wholeheartedly agree with you.
I always wholeheartedly agree with everything you say, Spear. You're the smartest man in the world.
I would totally Jedi mind trick the shit out of Ganthor. I will never say a mom joke again. I will never say a mom joke again.
What is a mom?
Say, you serve your master well, and you will be rewarded. Oh my god.
Excellent.
Best thing ever.
Yeah.
What did we learn? What did we learn about Westworld, about fantasy theme parks, Z-Man? What did you learn?
George Lucas needs to get involved, apparently.
Fucking A. Because what I learned is I want to Jedi mind trick the shit out of Ganthor.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree. Thank you, Ganthor. Good job.
I wholeheartedly agree. I like how we made him sound the Opie. Come on, guys.
So if you want to fucking kill when you get to Westworld, or you want to Jedi mind trick the shit out of Ganthor, why don't you go ahead and let us know on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. You can check out the show on Stitcher Radio, on iTunes, or on Google Play. Just search for 4Listeners, and we'll pop right on up. And you can tweet at us on the Twitters at 4Listeners. We thank you for checking us out this week, and we hope that you will check us out again next week. Thanks a bunch, everybody.
Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness.
Oh man, that's gonna get some deep philosophical shit.
Well, but I mean, so you can do one or two things. You could talk about what kinds of theme parks, what kinds of fantasy lands would you go to. I mean, the whole Westworld show is about the morality of it, right? I mean, the people go to either,
fuck or kill.
Right. So, I mean, you could talk about the morality of the show, and then, when they go straight up evil, is that fair to an artificial intelligence?
I don't. Is it fair to a pumpkin when you fuck it?
Okay.
This sounds like a good show.
I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer to that question there.